Most people assume a bigger house automatically represents financial success. After all, larger homes are often associated with higher incomes, better neighborhoods, and a more comfortable lifestyle. Society frequently treats home upgrades as proof that someone is moving forward financially. When people receive promotions, increase their income, or improve their careers, one of the first goals often becomes buying a larger home. On the surface, that decision seems perfectly reasonable. Yet what many people fail to realize is that some of the biggest threats to long-term wealth are hiding behind oversized mortgages, rising maintenance costs, and lifestyle expectations that quietly expand alongside square footage. In many cases, the pursuit of a bigger house creates the exact financial pressure people were hoping to escape. Imagine two families earning similar incomes. One buys a home that comfortably fits within their budget. The other purchases the largest house a bank is willing to finance. During the first few years, both families appear successful. Both own homes. Both build equity. Both enjoy the benefits of home ownership. But 10 years later, their financial situations look dramatically different. One family has growing investments, strong savings, and increasing flexibility. The other has most of its money tied up inside a house, while struggling to build meaningful wealth elsewhere. The difference is not income. The difference is understanding the hidden cost of buying more house than necessary. For many people, the financial danger begins with a simple misunderstanding. They focus almost entirely on the monthly mortgage payment. If the payment appears affordable, they assume the house is affordable. Unfortunately, the mortgage is only the beginning of the story. Larger homes create larger property taxes. Larger homes require more insurance. Larger homes cost more to furnish, maintain, repair, heat, cool, and upgrade. Every additional square foot carries financial responsibilities that continue long after the excitement of moving in disappears. Many homeowners discover this reality gradually. A new roof costs more than expected. Property taxes increase. Landscaping expenses appear. Appliances eventually need replacement. Maintenance projects become routine rather than occasional. None of these expenses seem overwhelming individually. The problem is that they never stop. A house continuously demands attention and money, and the larger the property becomes, the larger those demands often become as well. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future videos from us. With that said, let's get back to the video. One of the most overlooked consequences of buying a larger house is the opportunity cost. Every dollar directed toward housing is a dollar that cannot be invested elsewhere. Many people focus on building home equity while neglecting other forms of wealth creation. While home ownership can certainly be valuable, a house is not always the wealth-building machine people imagine it to be. Consider two individuals. One spends an extra $1,000 every month on a larger home. The other invests that same amount consistently into diversified investments. Over decades, the difference can become enormous. The larger house may provide more space, but the investment account provides something equally important: financial flexibility. The ability to generate income from assets rather than relying entirely on earned income can dramatically change someone's future. Another issue is that bigger homes often trigger bigger lifestyles. A larger dining room encourages more furniture purchases. Additional bedrooms create pressure to fill empty space. Renovation projects become more common. Decorative upgrades become tempting. What begins as a housing decision often evolves into a lifestyle expansion, affecting multiple spending categories simultaneously. This phenomenon is closely connected to lifestyle inflation. As income rises, people naturally want to enjoy the rewards of their hard work. There is nothing wrong with improving your quality of life. The problem occurs when every income increase gets converted into larger financial obligations. Instead of creating greater financial security, higher earnings simply support a more expensive version of the same financial stress. Banks contribute to this problem in ways many people do not fully appreciate. Mortgage lenders determine what borrowers can technically afford based on formulas and debt ratios. Their job is to evaluate repayment ability, not long-term financial wellness. Just because a bank approves a certain mortgage amount does not mean accepting that amount is the best financial decision. In fact, many financially successful people intentionally buy less house than they qualify for. This decision often appears conservative from the outside, but it creates enormous advantages. Lower housing costs leave more money available for investing, saving, emergency funds, education, business opportunities, and retirement planning. Financial flexibility becomes easier to maintain because fewer resources are locked into fixed housing expenses. What most people do not realize is that financial freedom often comes from reducing obligations rather than increasing income. Many homeowners spend years chasing larger salaries primarily because their expenses require it. A large mortgage creates pressure. Large recurring costs create pressure. Once those obligations exist, maintaining income becomes less about opportunity and more about necessity. This is one reason why some high earners still feel financially trapped despite impressive salaries. Their lifestyle requires continued earnings at a certain level. Losing income becomes terrifying because expenses remain fixed. In contrast, individuals with manageable housing costs often enjoy greater freedom to change careers, start businesses, reduce working hours, or pursue opportunities that may not provide immediate income. There is also an emotional side to housing decisions that rarely receives enough attention. Bigger houses are often tied to status. People compare homes the same way they compare cars, vacations, and salaries. Social expectations quietly influence buying decisions. A larger home can feel like proof of success, while a smaller home can feel like settling for less. The problem is that appearances rarely reveal financial reality. Some families living in impressive homes are carrying significant financial stress behind closed doors. Others living in modest homes may possess strong savings, growing investments, and substantial net worth. Wealth and visible spending are not always the same thing. I'm curious about your perspective. If money were not a factor, would you choose a larger home or greater financial freedom? Let us know in the comments below, because it will be interesting to see how different people think about this trade-off. Another important consideration is time. Larger homes frequently require more maintenance and management, more cleaning, more repairs, more projects, more responsibilities. People often focus on the financial cost while overlooking the time cost. Yet time is one of the most valuable resources anyone possesses. A house should support your life, not dominate it. When housing costs consume too much money and too much attention, they can begin limiting opportunities rather than expanding them. The goal of financial success is not simply owning more things. The goal is creating a life with greater freedom, flexibility, and peace of mind. This does not mean buying a larger home is always a mistake. For some families, additional space genuinely improves quality of life. The key is ensuring the decision aligns with long-term financial goals rather than short-term emotions or social expectations. A larger house can be a wonderful purchase when it fits comfortably within a broader wealth-building strategy. Problems arise when the house becomes the strategy. At the beginning of this video, we talked about two families who appeared similar on the surface, but ended up with very different financial outcomes. The reason was not luck. It was not income. It was not intelligence. One family focused on maximizing lifestyle immediately, while the other focused on preserving financial flexibility for the future. The wealth lesson here is simple but powerful. Bigger houses do not automatically create bigger wealth. In many cases, they create bigger expenses, bigger obligations, and bigger financial pressure. Real wealth is not measured by how much house you own. It is measured by how much freedom your financial decisions create. Before making any major financial decision, ask yourself one question. Is this purchase increasing my financial freedom or reducing it? That single question has the power to prevent years of unnecessary financial stress and help direct more resources toward long-term wealth creation. If you want to keep strengthening your financial foundation and building wealth over time, check out one of the videos on your screen right now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you there.